Does prayer really change your family's life? What if I told you that in just 7 days, your family's life could completely change? That stress, tension, and disconnection could turn into peace, love, and unity, just by doing one thing. I took on the challenge of praying every day for a week, and what happened next was unbelievable. Stay with me, because you won't want to miss this. Welcome, everyone. Today, I'm taking on a challenge that could change everything. Why? Because if you're like me, you've wondered, does prayer actually work? Can it really change my family's life? Can it heal wounds, restore relationships, and create a sense of peace in my home? I decided to find out by committing to daily prayer for my family for 7 days. But I didn't just pray, I documented the process, took note of the changes, and today, I'm sharing the results with you. So stick around, because we're not just talking about theories, we're talking about real-life experiences, scientific insights, and practical steps you can take to see transformation in your own home. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Chapter 1. The problem with families today. Let's be real, family life is hard. Parents are stressed juggling work, bills, and responsibilities while trying to be present for their kids. Kids are overwhelmed, pressured by school, social media, and the constant struggle to fit in. Finances are tight, inflation is rising, bills keep piling up, and it feels like no matter how hard you work, there's never enough. Arguments seem never-ending, misunderstandings, short tempers, and unresolved conflicts create tension that makes home feel like a battlefield. Some days, it feels like we're just surviving instead of truly living. Maybe you've been there. Your marriage is on shaky ground. The love is still there, but communication has turned into constant disagreements. Your kids are acting out. They're struggling in school, dealing with anxiety, or pulling away, and you don't know how to reach them. You feel disconnected from the people you love most. The laughter, deep conversations, and family unity you once had feel like distant memories. And let's be honest, it's exhausting. You've tried fixing it. You've read parenting books, gone to therapy, even tried just ignoring it in hopes that things would get better. But nothing seems to work. If any of this sounds familiar, trust me, you're not alone. But what if I told you there was a simple, yet powerful way to shift the atmosphere in your home? Something that doesn't require money, degrees, or special skills, but has the potential to bring healing, unity, and peace like never before. That's where prayer comes in. Chapter 2. Does prayer really work? Some people think of prayer as just wishful thinking, something we do out of habit or desperation. It's just words. It doesn't change anything. I've tried praying before, but nothing happened. But what if I told you prayer is much more than that? Reality check. The world teaches us, handle it yourself, be strong, work harder, figure it out. But what if you weren't meant to carry it all alone? Life's challenges, family struggles, financial stress, health issues, emotional wounds were never meant to be fought in our own strength. Prayer isn't about doing nothing and expecting a miracle. It's about inviting divine wisdom, peace, and strength into your home. It's about recognizing that there is a higher power at work, one that brings clarity when we're confused, strength when we're weak, and restoration when things seem broken beyond repair. Science backs this up. If you're skeptical, let's look at the facts. Studies have shown that families who pray together experience less stress because prayer helps shift focus from problems to solutions. Better communication because it fosters gratitude, patience, and understanding. Stronger emotional connections because it creates moments of vulnerability and trust. More resilience in tough times because it reminds us that we are never alone in our struggles. Research from top psychologists and faith-based studies even show that children in families who pray together regularly develop greater emotional stability, higher levels of self-esteem, stronger moral values. Think about it. When you take time to pause, reflect, and speak words of faith over your family, you're making a conscious decision to bring peace instead of stress, hope instead of fear, and love instead of division. It's not magic, it's alignment. So I decided to put this to the test. I didn't want to just talk about the power of prayer, I wanted to experience it firsthand. So I committed to praying every day for my family for 1 week. Would it make a difference? Would I see a change in my home? Would it be awkward? Would it even work? There was only one way to find out. Chapter 3. My 7-Day Prayer Challenge. For 7 days, I made a commitment to pray every day for my family, intentionally and wholeheartedly. I didn't know what to expect. Would it actually make a difference? Would my family even notice? Here's how it went. Day 1, the awkward start, I won't lie, it felt strange at first. I was used to quick, rushed prayers. The kind you say before a meal or before bed just out of habit. But this was different. I set aside time, focused, and actually spoke out loud, praying over my spouse, my kids, our home, and our future. At first, it felt unnatural. I stumbled over words, my mind wandered, but I pushed through, and as I prayed, something inside me shifted. I felt peace. Day 2. Small changes, I didn't expect instant miracles, but I noticed something subtle. The usual tension in the house, it wasn't as heavy. The stress that normally lingered in the air, it seemed lighter. Conversations that would normally end in frustration, they felt softer, more patient. It was a small change, but it was there. Day 3, a breakthrough moment. This was the night everything changed. My spouse and I had one of the deepest conversations we'd had in a long time without arguing. No tension, no defensiveness, just honesty and connection. It felt like a wall was coming down, a wall we didn't even realize we had built. And in that moment, I knew prayer wasn't just words, it was shifting something in our hearts. Day 4, kids noticed too. I wasn't the only one feeling the difference. That night, my son did something unexpected. He opened up. He shared something he had been struggling with at school, something he had been keeping to himself. We talked, and for the first time, instead of just giving him advice, I said, "Let's pray about it together." And we did. It was a simple moment, but a powerful one. Day 5. Unexpected blessings. By now, I was feeling more peace in my home. But then something happened that I didn't see coming. I received an unexpected opportunity, something I had been quietly praying for, not even realizing that it was already on its way. It was like a confirmation. Prayer doesn't just change emotions, it can open doors. Day 6. The atmosphere shift. I realized something profound. Our home felt different. More laughter, more patience, more unity. It was like the weight we had been carrying for so long was lifting. And it wasn't because our circumstances had changed. It was because we had changed. Day 7. A new habit begins. When I started this challenge, I thought it would last just a week. But on the 7th day, I knew I didn't want to stop. This wasn't just a challenge anymore. It was a new way of life. I had seen the difference in myself, in my family, in our home. And now, I couldn't imagine going back. Prayer wasn't just something I did. It had become a part of who we are. Chapter 4. How you can start. Maybe you're thinking, that sounds great, but I don't know where to start. I'm not good at praying. What if it feels awkward? Trust me, I get it. I felt the same way when I started. But here's the good news. Prayer doesn't have to be complicated. It's not about fancy words or long speeches. It's about connection with God and with your family. So, if you're ready to invite peace, healing, and unity into your home, here's a simple 3-step plan to get started. 1. Start small. You don't have to pray for an hour. Just start with 5 minutes a day. Set aside a few moments before bed, at the dinner table, or in the morning before the chaos of the day begins. Don't worry about saying the right words. Just be consistent. Even the smallest prayers can create the biggest impact over time. Example: Lord, I thank you for my family. Even in the chaos, help us love each other well today. To pray with specificity. Instead of a general God, bless my family, try being more specific. When you pray with clarity, you invite God to work in specific ways. Examples: Lord, bring peace into our home. Remove frustration and replace it with understanding. Help my spouse and I communicate better. Teach us patience and kindness. Give my child confidence at school. Help them feel safe and loved. When you pray for real struggles, you'll begin to see real changes. 3. Involve your family. At first, this might feel awkward, especially if your family ain't used to praying together. But don't let that stop you. Lead the way. Start small. Pray with your spouse even if it's just a quick prayer before bed. Pray with your kids, ask them what they need prayer for, and include them. Make it a routine. A simple nightly prayer together can strengthen your home in ways you never imagined. At first, they might not know what to say. That's okay. Just keep going. Because here's what I know. Prayer doesn't just change circumstances. It changes hearts. Now it's your turn. I challenge you. Try this for 1 week. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Pray with specificity. Involve your family. And watch what happens. Trust me, you'll see a difference. Chapter 5. Testimonies and Final Thoughts. I'm not the only one who has seen the power of prayer. Countless families have experienced real breakthroughs, not because of luck, but because they chose to invite God into their homes. Here are just a few incredible testimonies that prove prayer can change everything. A single mother's story. I was at my breaking point. Bills were piling up, and I had no idea how I was going to provide for my kids. One night, I broke down and just prayed, Lord, I need your help. Open doors I can't see right now. 2 weeks later, out of nowhere, I got a job offer that doubled my income. I didn't even apply for it, someone recommended me. Prayer didn't just change my situation, it changed my faith. A family on the brink of divorce, we were done. My husband and I barely spoke, and when we did, it always ended in a fight. We felt like strangers in our own home. Then, a friend challenged us to pray together every night for a month. It was awkward at first, but we stuck with it. Slowly, things started to change. We talked more, we argued less. We started to see each other differently, like teammates instead of enemies. By the end of the month, we had rediscovered something we thought was lost: love, respect, and unity. We're still a work in progress, but prayer saved our marriage. What about you? Have you ever seen the power of prayer in your life? Did prayer bring peace to your home? Strengthen your marriage? Help you through a tough time? Drop your testimony in the comments below. Your story might encourage someone who needs to hear it today. And if you're new here, subscribe for more content on family, faith, and transformation. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Let's pray together. If you've made it this far, I have a challenge for you. Join me in the 7-day prayer challenge. Commit to praying for your family daily. Share your experience in the comments. Let's encourage one another. Tag a friend who needs this message and invite them to join. Let's fill the comments section with testimonies, breakthroughs, and encouragement. And if you're new here, like this video to spread this powerful message. Subscribe for more faith-filled content. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.